I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. How valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast. Episode 264 is 10:06 p.m. July 9th, 2024. So I didn't go into work today, used some PTO. I slept about a total of 12 hours. And for one, I think it's worth noting personally for me, why the hell did I sleep 12 hours? Why was I not fine after 8, right? So that right there, to me, is like, hey, your body needs sleep. You've been not getting enough. This is why it slept so long. And I could be so wrong. That's just my theory. And yes, you guessed it. I'm taking an ice bath. So there's that. Slept 12 hours. And let me tell you what, though, dude. I feel phenomenal. I feel so good. I feel very well rested. I feel rejuvenated. I feel ready to kick some ass. I just, mindset's I have a positive mentality right now, positive mindset, whatever. And it's great. It's great. I don't really watch the news. I actually paused right there for a sec because I was like, do I delete this episode? That's the apparently kid from that one meme or whatever. Apparently I've never been on television before. But anyway, so yeah, hopping in the ice bath. And let's see, hold on, keep the fucking timer going. Half my episodes now are just me getting in the ice bath and being like, hey, gotta set the timer, hold on. Okay, got it going. Yeah, no, so yeah, it's just, what a great day, huh? Just slept well and got some plans for the day to get done early with all the shit I gotta do. So, and the whole reason for this particular show is to just document the fact that I slept well, and now my whole mentality is 1,000% more positive and uplifted, and I'm feeling good. I want to go kick some ass today, So that's all it took, was just some sleep. And so I've talked about the 6 hours versus 8 hours being 8-year difference in one's life. And I think, okay, what if I go from 8 to 10? That's another 8 years of my life spent sleeping. And of course it doesn't add up to that because that's from age 0 to age 100. So I'm already a quarter of the way through my life. That would be 6 years. So 6 more years, I would be just sleeping away. But if I can feel this way for the remaining however much time I have left, that might be worth it. But then I think 10 hours of sleep, how the hell, I don't even think I would sleep 10 hours uninterrupted. I feel like I would wake up around 8:30, 9. That's what I usually do, except for last night. So anyway, that would put me, so if I have my current schedule now, that would mean I would have to go to bed at 5:30, which means I wouldn't be doing shit. So I would go to work. So I'd wake up, go to the gym, go to work, come home, do everything that I gotta do, and immediately go to bed. I would probably still be late for bed by about an hour because I would have to just gun it and go to sleep. And that kind of sounds like hell to me. I don't need 10 hours of sleep. I would actually, you know what? It wouldn't be 5:30, it'd be 4:30 because 7:30 gets me 7 hours. So 4:30 would get me 10 hours. So, I mean, I'm not even considering this, don't worry, right now at least, because I don't think I can afford to do that time-wise or schedulally, if that's a word. So, but I'd have to wake up. Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's what that is. I couldn't do it. Unless I did everything at work, everything, stretching, talking to a stranger, random act of kindness, reading, working on my business, everything, then I couldn't do it. And that sounds like hell. And I don't think that sleep for me at the moment is that critical. I seem to be doing fine off of 7.5, 7. But anything less than that, it seems like my next day is just hell. It's just not good. Just mentally, I'm just very, But here's another cool thing, and I'm kind of glad we're talking about this because I can segue into this pretty good. But the fact that I do have these quote unquote bad days where I'm in my head and I'm discouraged or whatever, and also like combined with the fact that I'm aware of this, that itself is a shit ton of growth in and of itself. Meaning, I'm having a shit day and I know why I'm having a shit day, and I'm like, hey, I know why, but that doesn't change anything. I still have to get all my things done. And I do get my things done. It's probably not the greatest I could have done them, but they're done nonetheless. And that's a whole other argument of good enough versus done right versus whatever. Because, for example, a 45-minute workout, if I'm just like doing a power walk through the park, if that's my workout, as long as I just keep up the pace, I did it. That's it. It's not that it's not good enough or it is good enough. It's just what it is, and I completed it. So I think there's things like that in life that we do as well. So, but I'm aware of when I'm having a shit day, and usually what caused it or what's causing it, and that helps a lot because it's like, okay, so I slept like shit. I mean, it's kind of even like I'm able to forecast it out, because, for example, if I would have slept 5 hours last night, I'd probably wake up to this morning knowing like, okay, well, I didn't really sleep that well. The chance or the likelihood that today is going to be a little bit rough mentally for me, probably going to be higher. If not, that's great, but I'm going to expect it. And then we'll see how I do. So that way, if it is a shitty day, it's like, oh yeah, I knew it. Should have slept longer, but anyway, keep going, rather than just blaming on anything or not executing on the tasks I have to do or whatever, because like, oh no, I'm just tired today. I'll pick up tomorrow, And I think back to all the days in the past before, pre-75 hard Bryson, where I'd be having a bad day and I would just call it, man. I would just be like, nah, fuck this, I'm going to bed. And I would just go and lay in bed. 5 minutes is up, quick, baby. 5 minutes for, what was I saying? Where I would just call it and I would get nothing done, or I'd just go lay in bed, or I'd just go play video games or whatever, and I just wouldn't do anything. Dude, even playing video games, I would get lazy in the video game. It's like I'd have to teleport across the world and walk 10 minutes to just get to this one door to go in and fight a dragon or some shit. And I'm like, nah, I'll just sit here. So like, the fact that I was so lazy even in a video game, I don't know, man. That's crazy. But anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. I think I got my outlet wet. That's not good. So if I get electrocuted live on the show, you know why. All right, we're good. So, what was I saying, dude? Oh yeah, so I'd be having bad days, and or something would happen, or I'd feel tired, or I'd want to give up on a project I'm working on, and I would just exit out, close out whatever I'm doing, or walk away or whatever, and I would just go directly to bed. Or I would just not do anything. I would just go play video. I would go do something that is what I shouldn't have been doing as far as pursuing my goals and stuff, right? So, but now I don't do that. It's like, hey, well, this sucks and it's definitely harder, but I got to get it done. So how are we going to do this? And I do stand up and take breaks. That's one cool thing that I've noticed about having my bedroom be just my bedroom and then having my office space be just for work. I've never worked in my bedroom, and I can't say I haven't slept in my office because I've fallen asleep in there at my desk. So whatever. I've actually fallen asleep on the floor multiple times. Well, anyway, you get the point. I don't work in my bedroom. So when I do feel like I need to take a break, or that I'm kind of burnt out of the tasks that I'm doing, or frying my brain, whatever you want to call it, then that's when I'll stand up and kind of walk around. It's kind of cool that I have multiple stories in my little townhome here, because I can just escape the environment of the work. So if I'm in my office and I stand up and walk around, I'm able to just leave entirely, come downstairs where I'm at right now, and then just be by this big ass window and see the sunlight, whatever. And then get some water, take a break, and then I can walk back up there, and it's almost like a little refresher. So being able to switch environments like that when it seems like I'm not getting the best output of work per unit of time that I've got, then that's what I'll do. So anyway, all that to say, it's cool. Man, all these shows are the same, huh? I take an ice bath, walk upstairs, then I'm out of breath, and I'm like, die. Whatever. But anyway, all that to say, it's cool now because I forced myself to just keep going, no matter how I feel. So, and knowing that I can, I guess, work through the shitty feelings of this and the self-discouragement and the bad days or whatever you want to call them, and still keep going, I think that's what's helped me the most and separated me from the competition the most, whoever that may be. Because like I just said, in the past, I would just kind of quit. If something got tough, I'd be like, yeah, I'm out, and I bitch out. But now it's like I have streaks that I'm working on. let's look at the streaks now. I haven't talked about that in a sec. So 264 days in a row of recording a podcast, 229 days in a row taking an ice bath, 162 days in a row drinking a gallon of water, 162 days in a row of tracking my nutrition intake, and then only 15 days in a row for tracking protein because I boffed that one. So that would also be 162, but I failed, so it's all good. Keep going. And so I've got all that going on. I've got this business I'm working on, and it seems like I talk about this every show, but I'm doing all this, and I do it consistently. I do it every single day. There's not one day that I've not done any of these things intentfully, right? So like my intent is to get them all done, and I do. And even when I'm tired, even when I'm having a shit day, even when I'm not there mentally, whatever, I still get it done. And so to think that maybe I have two of these types of days, or yesterday, two of those types of days per week, maybe, where I'm just like, wow, fuck everything, huh? This sucks. So tired. I just want to give up kind of thing. Might even be more. It might be 3. But to think that I have those days, those types of days, that often, but I still am consistent. If you look back in the last year, if there's 2 per week, that's 104 days where I still kept going. If it's 3 per week, that's 156 days, I believe. Yeah, 156 days per week or per year that I'm still going. So it's almost half your year. So the fact that I'm able to keep going, even when I feel like shit, even when I don't want to, I think that's been a huge key for me. So to think where I'm at right now, and then to go back 156 days, because that's the progress that I would have lost out if I didn't keep going. So if we go back 156 days, I don't know if I can do that on my phone. I don't know. So wow. Okay, so this is 164 or 160. Yeah. So if you want to go back 56 episodes, that's just right about episode 100. So if I would have just quit on the days where I didn't really feel like doing it, I'd only be on episode 100 and 112. Is that right? 108. And I know that this hasn't even been going on a year, but it's just an example. So I'd only be on episode 108 if I would have only worked and done the shit on the days that I wanted to. Because today I want to. Yesterday I would have rather just gone to bed as soon as I got home. And I even went to bed early yesterday, which is crazy that I slept so long. But anyway, so there's kind of proof right there how widening the gap happens. Just keep on working on the days that you don't want to work, and by dude, okay, I got to work on vocabulary and phrases because I just blank space all the time. The fuck am I saying, dude? Little by little, they just add up. So it's 156 days. We'll just say 100. We'll round it down. We'll say I only have 2 bad days a week. That's it's 104 days per year. So if we go back 104 episodes, that's episode 160. So I don't know what 160 was, but that's where I'd be right now. So I don't know, man. In my head, I'm like, the competition, they're probably taking some days off. They're probably doing whatever. And I'm talking about just this podcast and this example. It's not a huge deal. It's just more for me later, more for everybody later. And I'm recording the show so people can listen later in life. But anyway, just goes to show, if you don't quit, if you keep on going on the days that you don't want to go, and especially on the days you don't want to go, your progress will be sped up immensely. So like right now, proof. Go back 100 episodes ago. That's where I would be if I only would have worked on the days I wanted to work. So that's actually kind of a cool realization. So there's that. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to actually go get my haircut, I think. And I think I'm going to, I'm not sure what I'm going to say now. But anyway, I'm going to go get my haircut, go get feeling good about myself. I've already stretched. I took an ice bath. I'm about to take a cold shower. After that, I'm going to go read. So that way when I go get my haircut and get home, it's probably no later than noon. And I have all that done. All I have to do is work out twice and then go talk to some folks. So it's a good day today. I'm feeling really, really good. And the one thing that I can attribute this incredibly great day to so far is the fact that I slept so good, and I slept long, and I slept deep. And you can also say it's because I'm not working, but at the moment, I won't have work for another 7 days. So that means when I go in there, I just sit on my ass. No lie, I go in there and I sit at my desk. And if I want to go help other people, I can, but I kind of live by the thing, like if I don't want people to help me, I'm not going to help other people. Sounds kind of shitty, it's a whole FedEx thing. But like, don't come help me with my stops, because I'm definitely not going to help you with yours. I don't want to be owed, I don't want to be in debt to you for helping me, kind of thing. But not really how it works at my current job, so, I mean, for the record, because someone's going to hear this and be like, oh, wow, he doesn't want to help people. Oh, man, he was 27 and he doesn't want to help, in fucking 8 years. I like helping people. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing. But everything that we do at work, it could be done by one man only, and I stand by that. So, don't need help, I'm fine. And other people, I think, are fine as well. So, that's just my belief. Anyway. So, yeah, that's the show. Was I even done with that thought? Oh, I think I was just saying that I can attribute this great day so far to the fact that I slept well. And so with that in mind, that reinforces my decision to sleep more, to sleep longer, to try to sleep deeper, and to focus on good quality sleep. And obviously I can't sleep 12 hours every day, right? Nor do I want to. And especially now, because I'm working so many different jobs and doing so many different things, I need to be awake to work on those things, obviously. But you can only do what you can do. And until I get to a position into where I can quit all my jobs to do what I'm doing full time, then we're gonna have to deal with this. And that it is what it is. And it'll make for a good story later. So, in my head, like when I think future me, I'm like, damn, dude. Like young Bryson was working 3 jobs. He was trying to get a door-to-door sales job. He was recording a podcast every day. Still does. He was working on a business, a coaching program, making an offer so irresistible people feel stupid saying no. Alex Hormozi, what's up? And he got his own place, and it was a nice little townhome, and he had his own car, and blah, 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 and he did this. Like, when I think back to that, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, young Bryson was killing it, as opposed to, oh yeah, when I was 27, all I was doing was playing RuneScape all day. And, so it's just a little switch, because that is literally what I was doing 1 year ago today. No lie, just playing RuneScape all day. Not even a year ago. We're coming up on the year. It's probably like 11 and a half months now. But no, 11 months, 11 or 10 days, because that's when I started 75 Hard. Matter of fact, I was still playing video games nonstop when I was starting 75 Hard. That was the first month or so. And I've already talked about it, but I think doing 75 Hard with no responsibilities, as far as no work, no obligation, nothing in my schedule, the program is 10 times harder when you don't have shit going on. And that's because, well, at least for me. And that's because I wake up and I'm like, oh, dude, I don't got shit going on today, and I don't have to go to bed till midnight, and right now it's 9 a.m. I got all day to do this stuff. And in reality, if you read 10 pages, for me, it takes a little bit longer. It takes half hour, sometimes 45 minutes. And because I'm a slow reader, it is what it is. And then the double workouts, even if they're perfectly 45 minutes, it's an hour and a half. So an hour and a half plus 45 minutes of reading, it's 2 hours, 15 minutes. So with that, and then following a diet doesn't take extra time, it's just eat it, Drinking water doesn't take extra time, just drink. Take a progress photo, it takes 10 seconds. What else is there? I think that's it for the 75 Hard. So we'll just be super exaggerative. Let's say it takes 5 hours, even though 2 hours and 15 minutes is not even close, not even half of 5 hours. We'll just say it's 5 hours. 5 hours worth of shit to do, and yet I would be pushing for it at the very end of the day because I was just so lazy and I didn't get it done. So if you're proactive, then yeah, it's easy. But if you're not and you're lazy, like myself, then it's difficult. So me having all the time in the world to get all my stuff done it made it more difficult for me because I didn't have any obligations and I didn't have to do anything other than the program. So anyway, that's the show. I'm actually going to touch on this real quick. So I stepped on the scale yesterday. So it was the start of week 4, of this cut. So we've done 3 weeks, which is crazy that I made it 3 weeks. That we've come so far. Okay, that sounded bad. It's crazy that 3 weeks has gone by just like that. I'm not impressed that I made it 3 weeks. That's only 3 weeks, I mean, I'm going on a year with Live Hard, so I'm good. But stepped on the scale, and I was 193.8, I believe. Let me double check. Nope, 191.8. So I started at 204.4 23 days ago, and now I'm at 191.8. So that's very aggressive. But here's the thing. When I stepped on the scale the first day, it was later in the day, and that's against what I always preach, which is you should step on the scale the same time every day after the bathroom, same clothes, or none at all. So if I had to guess, it'd probably be 21 pounds because you gain some water weight, you gain the food, you're wearing clothes, whatever, later in the day. So I'm going to say it was from 201. That's my best guess. But so 204.4 to 191.8. That puts me down almost 12 pounds. Almost 13 pounds. That's crazy. I'm also 191.8 today, and I've already eaten. It's weird. But anyway, that's how the cut's going. I'm actually looking in the mirror, and I feel a little bit more diced up than I was when I started, which is really cool. I mean, my abs are kind of showing themselves again. There's less stomach fat for me to hold on to. I can still grab onto quite a bit on my sides, And for context of whoever's listening in 8 years, I'm 6 foot, I'm 191 pounds, and I don't know what to say, actually. That's just my body. But yeah, it's cool. I'm definitely if I were to start a competition prep, I feel like right now is a good place to start. So that's kind of cool. And if I compete again, I don't know, we'll see. But right now, I would not win shit. I'm not near as lean. Anyway, I'm going on way too long. Anyway, that's the show. Thanks for listening, as always. And I'll talk to you the next time I talk to you, when I talk to you next. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening, and quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.